Hi, good morning, classmates. Today we're going to be debating about how video games affect our daily lives in young people. First of all, we you're going to have a minute to present yourself, your posture, and your opinion about video games. So we're going to start with Jorge,
Hello everyone, my name is Jorge and I'm a favor of video games.
but your opinion about video games, why you're in favor.
Ah, okay, so my complete opinion would be that video games are not the main responsibles of making people get violent. And for example, yesterday we were talking about scholar shooting, and everybody wants to blame video games, but nobody blames the gun culture in the family. So that's my opinion.
Okay, thank you. Fernando?
My name is Fernando. I play video game, and I don't think they harm the people. People is the one that themselves, so I'm in favor.
Okay, Ilian?
Hello, my name is Ilian and I'm against video games because I don't think it is the reason why it affects our health, but it can be a factor. Like, for example, if you have problems in family or depression or just problems in general, video games can be an escape, but also a way for you to like learn not only good but also bad things. And by the video game you play, you can learn bad things.
Thank you. Tania?
My name is Tanya, and I am in favor to the video games because the video games doesn't have the the video games are not the problem. The problem is the issues that the people have, and yes.
Thank you. Julian?
Hi, my name is Julian, and I'm against video games because I think, like as Julian said, there's not the main reasons, but it can affect like your health or your mental health. It can make you some type of aggressive.
Thank you. Mariana?
Hi, my name is Mariana, and I am against video games because I think that they are a factor or violence in some aspects, and I think that they can change like the perception of people. So that's the reason that I think I'm against.
Okay, thank you. Now that we all know your names and your postures, we're gonna start with the question, how do video games affect young people in nowadays? And you can start by using the reactions. So if you want to talk, please use a reaction so I can give you the permission to speak. No one? Fernando?
Well, I think it does not affect because finally it's a video game. No one can harm at there. You know, it's more about the temperament that you have, the one that affects. So if you have a bad temperament and you don't know how to lose, then you can have trouble, but not because of the video game. It's because of your temperament. So and the thing about changing the how do you have your temperament does not have sense, because if you lose in anything else, you can lose it too. So that's not a valid argument to me. Thanks.
Okay, someone that is against want to talk? No one?
Me.
Mariana.
The truth is that I think that video games do increase violence because Fernando says that when you need to know how to lose, but sometimes it's not like that. For example, when someone do not expect like the results he want, he start like getting like kind of mad. For example, I will put my brother. My brother has a really good like perception of losing and the things, and he is always calm in life situation, but he plays FIFA. O sea, FIFA it's a really like calm game. It's only of soccer, and when he start losing, he start getting really mad. And in other problems on life, he is always really calm and think two times things before doing an action. But when he plays, he's another person, really. And also, I see that a lot of his friends act like in the same way. And sometimes when I go, not in all the house, but of some friends, his brothers or whatever get like kind of mad. So I think that it's not all about character and that things.
Maria, Tania, sorry.
I want to. I am agree with the posture of Fernando in the part of he says that is about the the personality and all of these things is because I think Mariana compared the problem with her brother and his friends, but not are all the people, and the most of the time you can. It's because the most of the people that are that use violence and play video games is a little people in all the world. Is because in a lecture that we read, it says that the most of the people don't like to play video games when they are violent in the real life because they don't like fiction, you know.
Jorge?
Thanks. So maybe, well, since my perspective, video games are like a challenge. Yeah. And probably we're talking about immaturity in the people that plays video games, for example, in Mariana's brother. I really don't know his age, but probably we're talking about immaturity of age that only experience is going to give it to him. But by the end of the day, video games are not the main responsibles of those rage attacks. It is proved by scientific ways, or by scientific investigations, that you can open your social circle and use advanced, well, how can I say it, improve also your coordination. So I don't think it's the main responsible of all that violence, and maybe we can find some good points about video games.
Ilian?
Well, as I said before, I don't think it is the main reason of many problems, but it can be a factor. And for example, if you can't control, I'm not saying every case of people who play video games will have problems, but for example, if you can't control the time you play video games, you can have many problems such as anxiety, insomnia, social anxiety, dissociation. And I'm not saying it just by saying it. Studies say that if you don't have like certain time to play, you can create problems, problems, mental problems. And I'm not saying something like schizophrenia or something like that, no. But you can have problems like depression, insomnia, and it also has to do with your own problems, not only with video games, but as I said, video games can be a factor.
Julian?
As I said before, I also think that video games are not the main reasons. They are not the main problem, but I think like they affect, like for example, on children, because you say like for example that video games are for like people that have a strong personality, so they can affect like all what you think. But for example, for children that have like, I don't know, 8 or 7 years, they don't have like a strong personality to know that all that is in the video games are fiction. Like for example, they are playing, I don't know, Gears of War, Call of Duty, I don't know, and like in some cases they think or they can't differentiate from the reality from the video games or the virtual world.
Okay, so now we. Okay, Fernanda.
Ismail. Well, first one with the thing about not putting hours to the video games. What happens if you work too much and don't put hours? What happens if you eat too much? What happens if you play too much? It's not a thing just of video games. It's about everything. If you work too much, you will get the same factors as you said, Ilian, as the video games could do it. So it's like everything else if you do it too much.
So thank you all for your opinions and have a nice day.